I'm rich. Holy shit. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, that's not paid for, actually, by such a pay. It was just a meme. So it's always good to start with memes, right? So we're here today to talk mainly about Telegram and as it relates to Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin Cash, because that's what I'm involved in mainly. How it relates to communication within the community. And that includes like devs, enthusiasts, people who run meetups, all that type of stuff. So Telegram's where I spend most of my life, to be honest with you. It's addictive. I mean, there's so much content that's just constantly being put out. And so thanks for the money. And let's go into this. We're going to start with some other news first. Bitcoin.com just announced a $200 million BCH ecosystem fund. So literally today, there was a live stream on CoinSpice, your best source for cryptocurrency news. Oh yeah, I forgot to comment on my cool jersey, right? Like, represent Southside, right? Like, it's a battleground, whatever. It's a joke, don't take it seriously. Anyways, $200 million is no joke. That's a lot. And so the discussion obviously kind of goes right to, well, will it fund infrastructure? Because kind of what's been the big, concern within Bitcoin Cash is that Bitcoin ABC lacks funding. And so that's been a big problem because if your foundation sucks, why would you build a house or a business on it, right? And so even if you do good stuff for the ecosystem, if your foundation isn't where it needs to be, what's the point? So of course there's no really details out on this. It's literally just announced today, and that's all I know. So Mimblewimble sucks. So this was apparently it was an exploit the devs knew like in the beginning, but if you develop something you hold a lot of the coin, like Grin, which uses Mimblewimble, you're not gonna like really like advertise it very much. But anyways, basically you can, using cryptographic crazy shit, you can basically solve like 200 million. Thanks, you pair. You can basically get rid of the privacy of 95% of Mimblewimble transactions. So Grin wrecked. So Mimblewimble should no longer be considered a viable alternative to Zcash or Monero when it comes to privacy. And so yeah. And Mimblewimble, I believe, if I recall this, it's basically where you trim the UTXOs that are unused or that are used already and don't have any value left in them, and then it kind of like trims down the blockchain, and it goes very quick. It does it very quickly, but like still, if you monitor the nodes actually like sending the transactions, you can kind of figure it out if you store it all yourself. So it's kind of like a retroactive thing. And thank you for the BCH. And another thing, the Bitcoin Cash hard fork. So I did a live stream on that on Friday. It was actually a hard fork. Some people stayed on the previous chain. Nobody really know who it is. The code base string had Fezzy in it, and that's all we really know. Apparently, it was two different miners. We don't know who it was, but yeah, they had 14 invalid blocks, and Cointelegraph apparently can't do math because where is this? Yeah, so it's 12.5 BCH per block, or a total of 175 BCH, which they say is 500,000, which is not true. It's 10 times less than that. It's like 60,000. So yeah, they essentially wasted $60,000 worth of Bitcoin Cash, and that's of course on top of the electricity they were using already. So would have sucked to be that guy who actually like figured out that they were mining on the wrong chain. That would suck. 'Cause they're like, oh shit, I have $50,000. Actually, you guys apparently don't pay attention to anything in Bitcoin Cash because you didn't upgrade your nodes. It's literally scheduled every 6 months. If you don't know that and you run a node, well, I don't even run a node, so you're silly. Cointext. Oh man, the BCH is rolling in today. Thank you, Pierre Dodo. Pierre Dewey. Something like that. But yeah, so there's a thing called postage. They call it postal offices for SLP tokens. And essentially, what this means is that you can, if you, for example, sending Spice token, if there's a Spice station set up, which apparently there is, I don't know, I haven't been able to use it because I don't know, like, how it's implemented or anything, but this is like literally breaking news. Like, I think he tweeted this 2 days ago, and so. But what it means, if you're sending a Spice transaction, you can basically use your Spice as the gas, as the transaction fee, instead of Bitcoin Cash, which is what it's classically used as. Bitcoin Cash is used as the gas for SLP transactions. And how it works is that the postal office, you'll set it up, but it's trustless, and so you'd essentially take the Spice token and then pay the transaction fee in BCH to the miners. So the miners don't get the SLP, the postal service does. And so pretty cool. Apparently, I know Vin said ERC20 doesn't have this, but I kind of saw lots of examples. Maybe he was talking about one specific aspect of it, but I'm not too sure. Don't need BCH, send Spice. Dang right. And so let's get into the main topic here. The resistance is what crypto is called a lot of the time, right? And the resistance happening in Hong Kong right now is even using Telegram. It's an encrypted messaging app, and it has lots of cool shit like stickers, groups, and let's see. I think I have a good. Yeah, here's a good thing right here. So, staying on message. So this is an article saying it's growing in India. Pretendies. I haven't had tennies in a while. I'm kind of getting sick of them. Don't clip that. So yeah, it is it's seen nearly 65% increase in user count in India, and which is 2.9 crore. I think that's 2.9% of the population, which is a whole lot. And install penetration 11%. And so here's some features. WhatsApp. Comparing it to WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is one of the most popular messaging apps in the world. I use it to talk to people internationally all the time. But obviously I use Telegram more because that's where all the crypto people are. And so Telegram is heavily encrypted. WhatsApp apparently had some scrutiny when the Israeli spyware affected it. I'm not too sure on the details of that. Telegram can be accessed on PC or tablet. So like they're all synced. You can't do that on WhatsApp. There's secret chats. Gigabyte of interrupted data transfers, which like I use it for transferring video all the time because like a gigabyte's a whole lot. And one big thing is this thing called channels, and there's no limit on the number of members. So you can have these huge groups. There's groups with tens of thousands of people, and just in a group, and they can chat, and that's a whole lot of people. And we'll get more into like who those people are, but Telegram masks phone numbers. I think you have to turn it off though. I think it's on by default, so be careful. And WhatsApp doesn't have an open API, so you can't do like SpiceBot on WhatsApp. What a scam. And so that's Telegram. I'm gonna do the unthinkable and show my Telegram. And so this is kind of like showing your text messages. I have archived a lot of chats because again, you like literally can message people privately. You can have private groups that nobody knows about. All this stuff. And so CoinSpice is private, and one of the most what am I trying to say here? One of the most active ones is the Spice Token Official, which is like literally just like so lit all day. It's just so many messages. Like I can't even keep up. So you can pin 5 groups on here. I usually have 5. But yeah, and so this is kind of it, and it's really cool because you can shitpost at the click of a button. Again, there's Telegram. So here's a bunch of Hong Kong stickers. So like this dude with his USD, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a gangster. And then of course gifts, and so it's easy to share stuff really easily. Like Roger in a tank right here. So it's just fun. I mean, I came from Discord before, Bitcoin Cash originally. Hey, I got tip 5 Spice. Bitcoin Cash originally. Damn it. No private messages, guys. I'm alive. It's like, be very careful here. But as you can tell, Spice Token Official's just like crazy off the charts. And it's not like a serious one. And so, so here I had a little... So what is TG? TG around the world. So yeah, it's basically Telegram's kind of been seen as this haven for uncensorable speech. And so let's see, that's kind of going back to, oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. It's going back to this Hong Kong thing. So, a lot of channels don't get shut down on Telegram, which leads to a lot of alternative views, contrary to the I missed you, contrary to the like mainstream like Facebook type of talkings where like if there's anything like, again, I'm not endorsing any of this, but sure, you clip me, whatever. If you say something positive about the Nazis, whatever, like you're gonna get banned from Facebook. Like that's just how it works. But you can do that on Telegram, so yeehaw, right? And it's kind of funny. I covered this a while back in some censorship episode, but it's like these fringe views that kind of lead the way for new software because they get kicked off the legacy things, and they get kicked off. They get kicked. Muted chats will stay archived after. Stay archived. Jesus. Man. Yeah, so like fringe talks, fringe views go to these not as censored platforms, and a lot of times they are superior, but they're kind of forced to do that, and they'll usually find the best option to do so, and Telegram is just like awesome all around, and so it kind of found its foothold there. And then of course like you get the classic schmearing. I thought I had one up. We can talk about their coin a little bit later, but yeah, I mean they're like, so here's just like a list of like, this is a list of basically alternative. This is my Telegram channel. Links right. Oh, that's not me. Link is right here. Link is right there. It's a bunch of alternative sites, channels. Again, I'm not like endorsing any of these, but they're usually like the alt-right is kind of what a lot of them revolve around. Stop the censorship, free speech, and Paul Joseph Watson, who's been like banned from Facebook and a whole bunch of stuff. Just people who like want to find their audience and don't want to get censored for saying so. So this is the Paul Joseph Watson channel. And this is a thing called the channel where he can just post himself. People don't have to chat in it. It's basically a news feed, right? And so it's a news feed. And he could start a chat if he wanted to. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of them. Stefan Moylan. Again, I'm not saying I endorse these people. Soph Classic, Sewer Nugget, Nick Fuentes. So yeah. And then InfoWars, of course, Alex Jones. And so, yeah, let's kind of bring this back to Bitcoin Cash a little bit here. So Bitcoin discussion in the very beginning started on bitcointalk.info. And it was, it eventually kind of moved over to Reddit. Bitcoin Talk Reddit just had a better like format for discussion, I'd say. And it's kind of long form discussion, write up essays. And show the CoinSpice news feed, please. Oh yes, I think I did. I not have it in there. Here, there's a CoinSpice News. Here's a great channel, CoinSpice News. T.me/CoinSpice News has a bunch of great stuff. In case you missed it, the live stream from today. Again, it's just like all the news stories, and it's right there in Telegram. Basically, you can use Telegram as your hub for everything. And it's very, very fast paced though. So like literally Spice Token officials already like at 130 messages since I looked at it at the beginning like 5 minutes ago. Like it's insane. You can't keep up, right? And so some are a little slower. This one's really funny. It's Cambria. If you go on CoinSpice and search Token Talk. Great show, I love it. Thanks. If you go on Token Talk, I'm pretty sure the Telegram CEO is an anarchist or anarcho-capitalist or something around those areas, which is helpful. Yes, actually. He was in Russia and built the Facebook of Russia, and then Putin bought him out. I don't know, probably threatened him. And then he left and like sold it for a bunch of money and then built Telegram with that money. And so, yeah, he basically was, see you later. He had to flee Russia, but he had a bunch of money. And so Cambria. So anyways, if you go on to CoinSpice, the title is called Token Talk. I did it with Hayden Otto. It was in San Francisco, and we talked to these guys. They had a robot. Oh man, I'll have to look at it. I need to find it real quick because it's just too funny. Cambria coin robot fashion show. I think I looked at this on the. Yeah, here it is. I looked at this on my after show once. But look at this thing. Apparently, this is on the blockchains. Anyways, it's a shit token. It's the dude. Okay, fine. I'll look up token talk. We're getting on a tangent here. Token talk coin spice. Oh man, that SEO though. Jesus. It's all recent stuff, I guess. All right, let me find it. Token. Thanks for the spice fin, by the way. Token talk. BCH DevCon. Dude, what the hell? Here it is. Oh, it's one word. That's why.
Blockchains is better than one blockchain. It just makes it more decentralized. More about Cadena. So
Cambria's part of it is the blockchain piece of it. In front of me here is the Omni Robot.
Okay, what can you like ride on that or something? It looks like a Segway.
No, you may not. You cannot. You may not. But it's open to that possibility.
Right. So what exactly does it do?
So this is a teleport.
Is it on the blockchain or what's the deal?
Yes, as an open source.
Yeah, so
So, anyways, this is ridiculous, right? And a couple weeks ago, they like halved their supply or something like ridiculous. So, okay, there's a couple more messages than I thought. Okay, they're taking drastic measures to increase the price in the very short term. What other company is cutting their supply in half? No one but Cambria. So, and then it's like people bitching about the price basically. And so this group has 11,000 members. How many of those do you think are active in it? Well, Spice Token Official has 869. I bet you 400 of them are just like random bots. Not bots, dead accounts, something like that. Maybe, probably less than that actually. But yeah, this, like, you can see how active this is in Cambria. It's just like dead. And so there's a lot of like these like dead channels like this that are filled with fake accounts basically. My robot has open source. Yeah, it's just funny. Let's see what else. So there was a recent fork of some Bitcoin Cash rooms. So we'll start with the biggest one. And so this one has 3,600. I was an admin here, and then I made a joke that some people didn't like, and I was removed from admin. And that doesn't sit well with me. Like, you take a joke. Like, what? I'm in Bitcoin to have fun. If I can't take a joke, well, then what's the point? What's the point, right? So whatever. Not much activity. There's a good amount of activity, but it's a lot of like. Honestly, it's gotten better. The admins are doing a little better. But like, as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of just like fake accounts that just like join. And so this is fairly common in bigger groups. I don't know like what the cutoff is. Like if the link is posted somewhere, I don't know. Somebody's like running a script on it to pump the numbers. I don't know, but it's a lot of fake accounts. And so what was the only thing to do? Well, you fork it, right? And so this one has 109 members, Bitcoin Cash, BCH, and it's just another place to discuss Bitcoin Cash, and fun and memes are allowed. So fun and memes are definitely allowed there because then we got, here's the Bitcoin Cash channel, Bitcoin Cash news. CoinSpice one's probably better, to be honest with you, though. And then you have like more specific ones. Like this is the one about the Simple Ledger Protocol discussion, and so you ask anything about the SLP. And so it can be very broad. Telegram, it can be very narrow, extremely narrow actually. Like Spice Button, Christian's project where you can pay merchant in Spice token, 25 members, but like it has its own room because sometimes you just want to keep a discussion to one room, right? And so I think Telegram needs like organization feature, maybe pin more than 5 groups, because like as like a power user, like shit gets lost. And so what else happened with so there's BCH gang, which I think is like private, but it's where a lot of the like heated developer discussions happens. And some people think that some people were being mean to people. Jesus Christ. And so, this one, excuse me while I do one thing. And this one is no memes is definitely no memes allowed here. So t.me/the coin formerly known as Bitcoin. Peter Rizon actually is like the owner of this group. I literally came in, like posted a Pepe and got insta deleted, and I was very sad. And I mean, there is intelligence discussion going on here, so I'm not like completely dismissing it. But again, there's a room for everything, right? And I just prefer rooms with memes. So I'll probably let like the smart people talk and just like observe here, because I can't shit post like I usually do. So let's see what else we got here. And then there's another one with the, I think this is like, this Bitcoin Cash room was made a long time ago, but it recently got revived, but it has the ugly orange on it, so I don't really talk about that one. But yeah, I mean, those are just like the exterior of the Bitcoin Cash rooms, right? There's tons of different subgroups, so much content on there. And I think why it is so valuable is that there is that instant communication. On Reddit, it's like you post something, wait. If you post something really spicy, you gotta like wait and just like keep hitting refresh. But on Telegram, you can just like call somebody stupid right away. So, but like as far as like censorship goes on Telegram, people do own the rooms. I guess this argument could be made for Reddit as well. People own the subreddits, right? But I don't think the censorship of our Bitcoin can really be and the same. I know how it spells enagel. It can't be like compared directly to Telegram censorship, right? Because our Bitcoin, like it was all of Bitcoin, and then suddenly like somebody with a differing opinion had like complete power over like different like node software basically, and it was just like insta bans. Where Telegrams can be, it's just smaller scale, right? Not all discussion happens in one Telegram channel. Like it's spread out so much. I think it actually like does help with the decentralization of chatting. Discord is a little different because you have man, there's a lot of spice being flowing around me. I appreciate that. Thanks for all the money. It's really great. Yeah, Telegram, you again, it's a lot more free flowing. If somebody gets censored from one spot, they're gonna end up in another spot, and that's okay. Like not all channels are for people, and when people do bitch about being censored, maybe it's like not their censored band, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's not like because of their ideas. Maybe it's just because it's annoying, right? And I know that could be put to Reddit as well, but like it kind of needs to happen, because if somebody's annoying in a channel, and you can like lose valuable members of that community, right? And so basically what I'm saying is, if you join my channel and I don't like what you're saying, I think you're annoying, I'll ban you, and I won't feel bad about it. And no, that's not censorship. I made that logo. Yeah, it's a good logo, Mark. This logo, this one right here, very beautiful. It's like Prince, right? It's like Prince stuff. Yeah, so right now I'd say it's niche, but I mean, people like the Hong Kong protesters are using it because it is like open to anybody, and the Chinese police can't come and hit it down. Speaking of that, they apparently DDoS'd in China. Nice. Wow. I just got a bag of spice. And then, yeah, this was in June, so like a couple months ago. Like this shit's getting way worse, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do this again. But yeah, obviously this implies the Chinese government was kind of behind this to kind of quell the discussion on Telegram of the Hong Kong protesters. But I'm actually like in a Hong Kong group right now. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Don't look at my groups. Hong Kong. Guardians of Hong Kong. And so, yeah, this basically is just like a feed of everything happening in Hong Kong. I know it doesn't really go well on your screen, but he's just sad, I guess. But yeah, it's like description of what's happening, and this is like real time. Like it's like that. So 26,000 members. I'm sure there's discussion groups where they talking Chinese, which I obviously would have no value in because I'd need to translate everything. But to just like stay caught up, I just have to follow this one channel, and I don't have to like follow a bunch of Twitter accounts. It's all right here at my fingertips. And so, and again, like the best part is stickers. It's really the stickers. So like you know, you could spice it, or you could like. There's no Bitcoin conspiracy, right? Like, but with the guy from the CIA, you can have your Blockstream sword getting ready. You could have your toned vase, right? Like, look at that guy. He's toned as hell. And so, one thing. So, I mean, it's very, one thing you can't do on Telegram. Well, you can do. It just has restrictions. Restrictions is to post pornography. Like no illegal stuff. Like if you like literally put like illegal stuff like child porn or you could probably put decapitation, to be honest with you. That's like not illegal. But CP, anything like extremely extreme that literally like nobody besides like mentally challenged people, like violent people would like endorse, like that ain't gonna fly on Telegram. There's a report system, but you can't like report like people because you don't like Nazis is basically the rules. So I mean that's kind of healthy, but but you can post porn, regular porn, but you can get reported, which means that iOS/iPhone users like can't go in your group anymore. This happened with Spice Token official once. Somebody posted porn, somebody reported it, and then like all iPhone users couldn't go on it. So me as like the owner had to go in and obviously delete it, and then like claim to Telegram's like bot service that there was no porn in there anymore, and then it lifted the restriction. So porn if you want, but probably if you're only on Android. So so that's Telegram. I'm really happy it exists. With Discord, you have these servers. I started to talk about this, but Discord, there's servers which are controlled by one person, which have a bunch of different chat rooms in them, which is fine. But like if you get censored from a server, you get censored from everything, right? And comment on closing the Briar Patch. Thank you. I was going to talk about that actually. So yeah, there was this group called the Briar Patch, which was moderated by Mr. Chris DeRose, the king of the party people. Hello, party people. And this was essentially a battleground for different Bitcoin discussions, as well as like political, fringe political discussion, like not PC political discussion. I'm not saying alt-right. I'm just saying like, again, not stuff you would see on your mom's Facebook, right? And so it was a good room. I think it's valuable to have those different opinions. I think it's good to have spaces like that that are basically unmoderated. He did have some small rules, like, I mean, obviously like all human decency rules, but it did get heated in there. But Chris did shut it down. I think he thought it got too heated, maybe spending too much time in there. Kind of disappointed, kind of not, because I was in there and I would get just like tagged by these people all the time because, you know, like I have a show and that's what you do, I guess, to get attention is leech off other people. So, yeah, I'm sad that it closed. I know there's like the Sith patch now, which is basically the Briar Patch, but like even more fringe. So that's still open. I had left it though. It's just like too much for me. So, yeah, it's sad to see the Briar Patch go. There's this other channel. Thanks, Tao. When I bankrupt myself. Yeah, right. There's another channel, Bitcoin, like peer-to-peer or something. It's like literally uncensored, and it's probably like the biggest cancer on like crypto Twitter. It's where people coordinate to downvote my videos and stuff. It's just like it goes against like every ethic of internet chat rooms. Is like you don't raid people's things. Like that's literally harassment. But yeah, so there is buttholes in Telegram, definitely buttholes. But try to stay clear. There are good moderated groups, so there's definitely like good discussion that can happen. So yeah, that's really it. Yeah, and Spice Token almost got to 500 freaking new messages in one city. So that was definitely my favorite Telegram channel. Seiko. Yeah, Briar Patch, rip. Yeah, it was kind of sad, but yeah, it's funny to see people that like sit on Telegram literally all day. Like I know I'm kind of one of those people, but like literally they'll just like be in a room. Like these people in Spice Token is just like crazy, right? Like it's so active. But you can waste your life. You can get valuable information though. So it's a matter of filtering out that noise because there's so much thrown at you because it is such an open thing. So be careful with your Telegram groups. Stay safe out there. I'm gonna do an after show on DLive, but I will end my show here. Link for DLive is in the description. Thank you all very much. Do you have any more questions about Telegram before I go here? If not, I'm gonna go through Spice Token real quick and just like show the memes that happen. Oh yeah, like that's a good one. Because I mean, there's like there's crypto gifts, so a lot of times it's like not crypto related though. But again, if there's porn, like it's a bad thing. So, but it's a lot of borderline, like people testing the boundaries, like, oh, it's not porn, guys. Like you see, like I don't even like know. So, Kramer, dude, thanks for all the spice. Like, thank you. Like, you're literally giving me like a couple of bucks each time. So these aren't really crypto either, but you kind of get the idea. I mean, there's only so many crypto gifts, right? So here's one. Ooh, almost farm, but it's tone based, so it's not accurate. So yeah. Maybe post links to the coolest Telegram pages. Yeah, I kind of posted them in my Telegram group, which is the coolest of them all. We could definitely get it more active. I'd be cool with that. I'll probably delete a couple of them, but yeah, I can definitely share those in my own Telegram group. So, anyways, I'm gonna say bye to you. Hello, DLive. Hello, DLive. Bye now.